hamburgers, ice cream, soda, and energy drinks. All highly processed foods, all highly addictive too.
Is this an addiction for me? I don't know, I'd call it a craving at least.
Channel 2 consumer advisor Clark Howard is an admitted processed food lover.
This tastes great to me.
I sat down with him for lunch. On the menu today, a hot dog for Clark and fried chicken for me.
I have a terrible diet.
Clark changed his diet after a cancer scare.
Because the only green I ever liked before was money. And then I had to learn there were food groups that were really good that were green.
He cut down on processed foods and lost 50 pounds.
Okay, so we're gonna leave our burger to digest for a while in the acid. Come back later and see what's happened.
Unlike most of the chemicals I talk about, I can be absolutely sure that every person watching has a sample of hydrochloric acid with them as they watch. Because hydrochloric acid is found in everybody's stomach, and it's part of our digestive process. So, as you're watching me, churning away in your stomach is hydrochloric acid, which is one of the first stages in which food is broken down into usable components to give you energy or make you fat.
It's 3.5 hours. So we're gonna see what happens to tasty McDonald's cheeseburger after 3.5 hours of concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay. Ooh.
Oh my God.
I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Have you ever wondered why some people look years older than they actually are, while others seem to age gracefully? The truth is, aging isn't just about genetics or luck. It's about what you put into your body every single day. And one of the fastest ways to accelerate aging is sitting right at the end of a drive-through window. Fast food doesn't just make you gain weight or feel sluggish. It actually speeds up the aging process on a cellular level. Today, we're breaking down the science of how fake food ages you faster, what it does to your skin, your organs, and your DNA, and how a plant-based lifestyle combined with fasting can slow down, and in many cases, reverse those effects. The illusion of convenience. Fast food is marketed as quick, affordable, and satisfying. But beneath the crispy fries and glossy burgers lies a recipe for premature aging. These foods are loaded with refined sugars, hydrogenated oils, chemical preservatives, and sodium levels so high they shock the body's natural balance. The problem isn't just the calories, it's the biology. Every bite of fake food triggers a cascade of stress on your cells. Over time, this constant stress wears down your body's repair systems, the very systems that keep you looking and feeling young. How fast food damages skin and appearance. One of the most visible effects of fast food is how it accelerates skin aging. Collagen, the protein that gives skin its firmness and elasticity, is directly attacked by processed sugars through a process called glycation. When you eat a meal high in refined sugar, a soda, a milkshake, or even a sweetened bun, sugar molecules bind to collagen fibers, stiffening them and making them brittle. The result? Wrinkles, sagging skin, and an overall loss of youthful glow. Fried oils make matters worse. When oils like soybean or canola are heated and reused in fryers, they oxidize and create advanced lipid peroxides. These compounds generate free radicals that damage skin cells, leading to dryness, inflammation, and accelerated aging. That's why frequent consumers of fried foods often develop dull, uneven skin tone much earlier in life. On the other hand, plant-based foods protect and even restore the skin. Antioxidant-rich fruits like blueberries, pomegranates, and papaya neutralize free radicals, preventing them from damaging collagen. Leafy greens supply vitamin C, a nutrient critical for collagen synthesis. Nuts and seeds, particularly flax and chia, deliver omega-3 fatty acids that keep skin supple and hydrated. The internal clock, how fast food ages organs. Aging doesn't just happen on the outside. Inside your body, every organ has its own biological clock. Fast food accelerates that clock. Take the liver. Take the high fructose corn syrup, a main ingredient in sodas and sauces, is metabolized directly by the liver. Unlike glucose, which can be used by your muscles or brain, fructose overwhelms the liver and gets stored as fat. Over time, this creates non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, an age-related condition now seen in teenagers. A damaged liver can't filter toxins efficiently, meaning those toxins circulate longer in your body, causing cellular wear and tear. The heart suffers just as much. Trans fats and refined oils damage the endothelial lining of blood vessels, causing microscopic injuries. Cholesterol then sticks to these injuries, leading to hardened arteries. Hardened arteries, just raise your risk of heart disease. They restrict blood flow to every organ, starving tissues of oxygen and nutrients. This makes your entire body age from the inside out. In contrast, real food nourishes these systems. Beets and leafy greens improve blood vessel flexibility by boosting nitric oxide. Grapefruit and cruciferous vegetables help regenerate liver tissue. Whole grains like oats and quinoa provide soluble fiber that pulls cholesterol out of circulation, protecting arteries and extending their lifespan. DNA and cellular damage. One of the most overlooked ways fast food ages you is by damaging your DNA. Inside every cell, your DNA carries the blueprint for repair and regeneration. But every time cells divide, the protective caps at the end of your chromosomes, called telomeres, get shorter. When telomeres become too short, cells lose their ability to divide and repair. This is the essence of aging. Processed food accelerates telomere shortening. The high levels of oxidative stress caused by fried oils, refined sugars, and artificial additives bombard cells with free radicals that slice through DNA strands like scissors. Over years, this accumulates into visible aging, weaker immunity, and increased risk of cancer. Plant-based foods, on the other hand, slow this process. Studies show that people who eat diets high in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains actually have longer telomeres compared to those who consume processed diets. Antioxidants, polyphenols, and natural fibers create a cellular environment where DNA can replicate safely, reducing the speed of the aging clock. Brain aging and cognitive decline. The brain is also highly vulnerable to fake food. Refined carbs and sugars cause constant blood sugar spikes, followed by sharp crashes. These swings starve brain cells of stable fuel, leading to brain fog, poor memory, and eventually insulin resistance in the brain, a condition now being referred to as type 3 diabetes. Fried oils and processed meats are loaded with compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs cross the blood-brain barrier and trigger inflammation, accelerating neurodegeneration. This is one reason diets high in fast food are linked to early onset dementia and Alzheimer's. By contrast, real food nourishes the brain. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia deliver omega-3 fatty acids that insulate neurons. Turmeric reduces inflammation and supports memory. Leafy greens provide folate and vitamin K, both critical for brain health. Even fasting itself improves brain function by boosting BDNF, a protein that stimulates the growth of new neurons and strengthens connections between brain cells. The hormonal impact of fake food. Hormones govern how fast or slow we age, and fast food disrupts nearly all of them. Refined carbs flood the bloodstream with glucose, forcing the pancreas to release massive amounts of insulin. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, a hallmark of premature aging. High insulin levels also accelerate the breakdown of collagen, aging the skin and connective tissues. Processed meats and dairy often contain added hormones and endocrine-disrupting chemicals that mimic estrogen. This throws off the body's natural hormone balance, leading to weight gain, fatigue, and reproductive issues. Worse, the constant exposure to these hormone disruptors creates a state of metabolic chaos, speeding up cellular decline. Plant-based foods restore balance. Seeds like flax and pumpkin regulate estrogen levels naturally. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli and kale contain compounds that support the liver in detoxifying excess hormones. Combined with fasting, which resets insulin sensitivity, this creates a hormonal environment that slows the clock rather than speeding it up. How fasting resets the aging clock. Fasting is one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available, and it works synergistically with real food. When you fast, Your body shifts from digesting to repairing. Cells enter autophagy, where old, damaged components are broken down and recycled. This cleans out dysfunctional mitochondria, misfolded proteins, and toxic buildup, the very elements that accelerate aging. Pair fasting with plant-based nutrition, and the results are profound. Fasting clears the damage. Real food rebuilds with fresh materials. It's like tearing down a crumbling house and rebuilding it with solid, sustainable bricks. People who embrace this lifestyle not only look younger, but often feel decades younger, with sharper minds, stronger bodies, and renewed energy. If you want to slow down aging, the first step is to see fast food for what it really is: an illusion of nourishment that leaves your body starving on a cellular level. Swap the fries for baked sweet potatoes, loaded with fiber and antioxidants. Replace sodas with infused water or herbal teas that hydrate without spiking blood sugar. Choose whole grains over white bread, fresh fruits over candy bars, and beans and lentils instead of processed meats. Start incorporating short fasting windows into your life. Even 12 to 16 hours overnight allows your body to shift into repair mode. As you grow more comfortable, experiment with longer fasts under proper guidance. Each fasting window is an opportunity for your body to reverse damage, strengthen systems, and extend youth. Fast food doesn't just make you gain weight, it makes you age faster. From your skin to your liver, your brain to your DNA, every bite of processed food accelerates the clock of life. But every bite of real plant-based food and every hour you give your body through fasting slows that clock down. Aging is not just fate, it's a choice, and it begins with what you eat. Choose wisely, and your body will thank you with energy, clarity, resilience, and vitality that lasts for decades. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone you love. And remember, your health is your greatest wealth. Protect it, feed it, and let it flourish.